In Oasis's Book of Life, we are about ready to write the final chapter and move on to the story of Scarlett. All right, so first things first, it is Oasis's birthday, which is why we're checking back in. It's time to give her just a nice little private party. But before we do that, I want to kind of just catch you up on everything that they have been doing. Oasis has been writing lots and lots of books. In fact, she has managed to write a book of life for Nevermore. So the hopes are that we can extend Nevermore's life using the book. I have never actually used the Book of Life before, so this should be a bit of a learning curve for all of us. Um, then the other thing is the insane amounts of pottery that we've been making. As you can see, we've managed to complete the items out front and have started to add gnomes to our collection. She does need to do a bit of the gardening. Might as well get her out here while we're chattering away. And we did have someone break one of the pots, so she's repaired that because she now has that level of skill that she is able to. We're actually almost level 8 in pottery now. And speaking of repairs, you might notice several of these also have cracks. We seem to have someone who likes to come in and break our pottery. I guess the positive side is that the repaired pottery kind of ends up looking even better. So I don't mind. If they want to break these last couple of pieces, we could have a really cool collection going on here. And honestly, the value of these, I think, goes up after they've been broken. So, break away. As for her career, she did manage to get the next level, so she is now an author. I'm thinking a day or two of work. Probably by Wednesday, we should have her finishing her job and allowing us to officially wrap up her generation and move on to Scarlett. It has taken a bit more work than I thought it would. She's had all of her promotion tasks and everything ready. She's been going to work like fully ready for the day. About the only thing she ever really needs to worry about in her day is watering some plants and making some pottery, maybe cooking up some food, but Scarlett does get quite upset about these scratches. I need to fix those. I think she might be a bit of a perfectionist. So, we've got to kind of keep that in mind. I have been kind of going between a couple of aspirations for her, switching between the social butterfly and the mind and body. As you can see, we're doing a bit better on the mind and body. Social, in order to help that along, I went ahead and created a group for her, the Ravenwood Raven Scouts. Just right now, kind of a small group. They mainly come over to her house to just play, do homework together, kind of building this little core group of friends. And as we gain the club points, I'll grow the group a bit. But we've been kind of working on that as well, like creating a space for the kids to play, lots of toys and things like that. Oasis has finished, obviously, the treehouse and added the slide extension. I think she might do a few more, but I'm also going to have it kind of set where only kids can go in there. I think that's going to be the kind of thing Scarlett would do, because mom has her own playhouse right over here, so why would mom need to go in her playhouse? Like, seriously. I think at some point I'm also going to get rid of that one because we don't really need it anymore because she's always in here. Captain Whitaker doing pretty well, but he does get dirty a lot. Nevermore, I know that Nevermore is an elder and getting near the end, which, as I was mentioning, the book, I think, as difficult as this is, I am not going to write a book for every one of the cats. I think Nevermore is kind of our beginning, close cat and the one that we're going to, like, give that extra bit of life. I would like to see Nevermore perhaps follow Scarlett into the next part of the challenge. Now that I've yammered away, let's go ahead. Alright, and there you can see the royalty report coming in. Even now, some of these books are actually starting to make more and more money, and she's getting a mastery perk in the zone. If she continues, she can enter moments of serious focus where she won't have to worry about motives. Should Oasis unlock in the zone? Yes, of course. That sounds awesome. Oh, and we get a fun little sound with that one too, apparently. And it looks like she's hyper excited. Oh, yeah, she's actually gotten far enough now that she's able to, like, plant things and water and all of that. So she's been helping out with the garden. They're just like the best little duo. I love it. Also, speaking of love it, these gnomes are so cute. Also, I really like how this rustic pot looks after it's been broken and repaired. I was kind of tempted to break them all on purpose just because I like it so much, but I'll try to control myself. All right, we're going to go ahead and blow out the candles for Oasis and let her reach her adult years. All right, welcome to adulthood. It doesn't look a whole lot different than young adulthood. Just a bit more responsibility and aches and pains, I guess. All right, we're going to go ahead and call the meal. Oh my goodness, and after you eat, even though neither of you is actually hungry, Captain desperately needs a bath. And let's see, did we actually get our homework done? All right, we're fine on all of that. Oh, she also learned to ride her bike. Was really proud of her for that one. And we did a school project here. Oh, I kept it just to share with you, you know, because she had so much fun working on this with her mom. The two of them finished it really quickly. You know, it's excellent quality too. So obviously they knew what they were doing. Oh, Oasis also has been making things like this, which is pretty cool. And they have a new tea set over here. She hasn't actually even made tea out of it yet, but I really like that vintage look for her. And her just overall style, it seems to fit. And, you know, amazingly, this money has entirely been made from the books. And, well, okay, and occasionally selling plates and such. But I'm really impressed, like, all of this pottery, we've held on to it. We're spending money left and right and still manage to accumulate 59,000. Yeah, they are not going to have any issues with money. I kind of, probably by generation 3, want to figure out a way that they lose money so that I'm not continuing this super rich thing into the 3rd generation, into our final generation of this challenge. I'll be honest that there are aspects of this, and, you know, this is potentially where we can throw in our criticisms of AI. You know, we had AI create this challenge, and um, a lot of it is repetitive, which is why I've cut large chunks of the gameplay out, because it's very repetitive gameplay. And I suspect that we're going to see something pretty similar with Scarlett's generation. You know, she's going to have the doctor thing. I'm going to have her go to university, which, if any of you have played university, you know, the whole do your homework and attend class cycle just takes up your entire day, and there's no room for anything else. So that gets very repetitive. The doctor career can be kind of repetitive. So forming initial opinions on the AI creating a challenge, there is potential there, but I think a human needs to come in and make some adjustments to make it a little bit more exciting. What do you think? Because that's kind of where I'm going right now. Yep, someone is definitely breaking my pots. Oh, she got invited over to Teresa's house. So they are just having a little fun chatting. She's going to complain a little bit about the heat. I don't think she's big on the heat. She's living in kind of a, you know, pretty grim kind of area. So, oh, scout leader. Pop culture reference. Sure. Hey, her social level's way up. Now we just need the friendship to be up. There we go, maxing out the social skill. I'm not surprised by that. She's a very social sim. She's gonna tell a story. Start working a little bit on her comedy skills as well. And yeah, I know that at this age, you don't actually get the comedy skill, but, you know, we'll establish the fact that she's a little bit funny. Alright, let's do it. Let's become BFFs. Alright, so it makes sense that the one who invited her over, they're the closest. These two are becoming best friends forever. And that's completed another level of our milestone. And we need to become friends with 3 other children and 2 other adults. We are friends with a lot of children, so that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve. Why don't we go ahead and actually invite the whole group over here for a bit and kind of make sure... Oh, Brianna should be kicked from the club because this is a children-only club, and it should be reflecting that. And Monique as well. Well, what is going on? It's supposed to be only children. Why are you still in our club? Yes, we want to remove them. And we're going to add some new members. How about Selena and Diego? Looks like a lot of fun. Why don't we go with that? I don't know if they'll make it over here right away, but hey, you know, we'll make some new friends. Make fun of adults. She likes to do that sometimes. And maybe talk a little bit about occult beliefs. Oh, and we have a cat here, a stray. Oh no. What the? I have never seen a cat do that. I mean, in real life I see them do it all the time, but not in the game. That's interesting. Okay. And I kind of want to just get everyone to friendship level. I haven't even gotten inside the house, and she's already just completely taking over here. Maybe I can get her to order some pizza. Nope. Unfortunately, no pizza ordering options available. Can she at least have a quick meal? Maybe some noodles or something? She's feeling pretty hungry. Oh my goodness, there's all the strays over here. Oh no. I have so much struggle with leaving the strays. It's a problem. She's getting very tired too. We'll probably need to wrap things up here pretty quickly. But we did manage to complete at least one of the 3 children. So I don't think it'll take us too much. Yep, that pot was broken now. I didn't see him do it. But it's definitely the cats doing it. Maybe the dogs as well. Alright, we have sent her off for what will hopefully be her last day as an author. I'm planning on her retiring once she reaches the top of her career, and I'm going to actually have her work hard in order to boost the chances that we'll be able to get that check mark. Alright, we have the check. Now hopefully we can get the actual promotion. Alright, just a couple of minutes until Oasis is getting home, hopefully with a promotion. We have Scarlett working on her project here. I think we have quite a ways yet for her to age up. Another 6 days. So it's definitely going to be some time, I think, again, in between episodes where I'm going to be just kind of speed running it and trying to get as much done as possible. There we go. Thank you. All right. Oasis has finally reached the end of her career, the top of her career, I should say. But for us, it's also going to be the end of it. I'm going to go ahead and have her quit her job. Now, this might seem absolutely crazy, but we're going to go ahead and go a different route. I think it's now time for her to open her shop. So, we have 70,000 simoleons, probably enough for us to survive off of as it is, but we're going to go our own way. Now, I'm thinking that I really like the fact that she's making all of these teapots, and I think she's really enjoying that. So, her store will be, what's the teapot? Yeah, it's lame. And to start with, our only goal will be like browsing and buying items. No real target customers at this point. I am going to raise it to a 50% price modifier, and we're going to go ahead and register that business. Now I'm going to have to make a few changes to her little area there, but I think we can pretty much work with the space as is. Alright, a few little changes made. We've added a fence so that I could section off this area. I made this a little bit bigger so that we could accommodate more space for, well, duh. I made it a little bit bigger so that we could accommodate a bit more of the products that we're trying to sell. And I'm going to go ahead and get some of these tossed up here right away. I honestly expected us to have more, but by this point, but you know, when things keep getting broken and I have to fix them, that certainly contributes to an issue. And I want to focus on, like I said, having her just selling the teapots. I think that'll be kind of fun. And we've registered the business, so I want to go ahead and give it an open and give it a try and see how our little business does. As far as Scarlett, we're going to have her go ahead and finish working on this. I think we could probably hang up the little thing that she did someplace. That'll be fun, kind of behind there. And yeah, she doesn't have any homework because of the fact that she... oh, actually, want to keep people from lock for everyone but household. There we go. Okay, so that should keep everyone just coming over here, ideally. Oh, and our nanny came over. The nanny actually got a new job. She found a way around. Dang it. Sneaky NPCs. Alright, she's gonna run over here and start welcoming her customers. And then I'm gonna have her work on another bit of pottery while she is doing that. And let's see, Scarlett, not having a lot of fun with this. Yeah, you know, it's crazy over here. Might as well. Oh, we can't start a gathering when we have the small business open. Well, so much for that plan. Oh, we actually already sold a piece. I didn't even see that happen. Hey, not bad. We sold another one for 867. Okay, yep, I think this is going to be a profitable venture. Alright, well, that is where I'm going to wrap it up for today. Next time we come together, it should be at about the time that Scarlett ages up to a teen, and we'll be able to really get started on exploring her part of this challenge. Let me know what you're thinking of the challenge so far. What changes would you make to make it a little bit more exciting? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and keep on being perfectly you.